My mom sucks.
Yeah, Grant, can you get Hershey? Grant, so were y'all, how did y'all, it seemed like y'all interacted well. Y'all get along?
Yeah, I thought we got along fine.
Yeah, it seemed like normally there can be some beef between Grant and some of the people that come in here.
A little bit of tension sometimes, but
yeah.
He's a nice guy. I wish I'd have known he was so nice when I was holding wicked shit out in the parking lot for the last 30 minutes.
Oh, is that why you were in the bathroom for so long?
Yeah, I was.
I'm kidding. You weren't even in there that long.
I know, because I was stress shitting. You know how, like, when you're like, come on, you got to be on. I'm slapping my tits and.
Don't push too hard. Seriously, don't push too hard. You'll get a hemorrhoid.
I was starting to over push, and I was like, oh, that's good. Die on the toilet at the podcast studio.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a bummer of an episode.
Yeah.
But legendary.
Hold on, it's been, where did Keith go? What happened? Where is he now? And then we just find you in there. We find him looking as peaceful as ever. He died doing what he loved. He's now at his little, he always...
We can't do this in Syria somewhere.
it's just you two. We can make this work still.
Grant's like, go ahead, get on the mics. Time is money.
We'll weekend at Bernie's up through the podcast. Just Keith's dead ass, and we're just ripping at him. That's what he would have wanted. Grant, how did you have the technology to make... I've never seen somebody disappear that kind of way. Do it again. Holy shit! How are you doing that?
Not even confused.
I just cropped them out of this same shot with they have enough space between them that I can clean in front of it.
Welcome to Cropsville, dumbass. Yeah, welcome to the crock pot. welcome to the crock pot. Do you use a crock pot?
I don't have one right now, but I love using them. I've used them a lot of times in my life.
Seriously? Yeah, crock pots are really... What is like your favorite thing to make in a crock pot?
Ooh, chicken with Campbell's cream of mushroom soup.
Ooh.
Just make some rice and pour that all over it.
Cook for 8 hours?
Yeah. 6. Something like
6. 6 on low. No, 6 on high, 8 on low.
Yeah. I don't know.
Those are your 4
it's
options.
Been a long,
high, low.
High, low, and then medium. But I think low is just to, like, keep it warm.
Or if it might have a heat part on the knob. And that for sure keeps it warm.
Oh, yeah, when you have, like, actual temperatures on it.
That was actually the name of some gymnastics group Casey and I used to be on.
Eating up?
Yeah. Did you know we did gymnastics?
No.
Yeah, we started up a group when we moved here to Austin. But people were not showing up, and it was really weird. Logistical nightmare. Try getting, you think comedians are bad, try getting 12 gymnasts to meet at 6 or 7 in the morning. God, and they're all so small. Yeah, you can't even keep track of them when they're even there. Yeah, they ride in the same car. It's like a fucking clown car, a gymnastics car. They all just get out in their spandex, and it's like 18 of us. 15, 18 of them in a little fucking SUV. It's so weird.
You've got all these gymnasts in the SUV. Like, don't they get their ribbons tangled together and stuff? How do you keep the ribbons from not getting tangled?
Yeah, that happens.
Is there a proper technique for rolling up the ribbon?
Yeah, there's for sure a technique for rolling up the ribbon. A ribbon dance.
I'm a blank slate when it comes to gymnastics. I know that there's ribbons. I know a lot of women with no breasts. That's about it.
Yeah, breastless broads. And they get surgery, I think.
So they lop them off
to be more aerodynamic. It's like that's what Michael Phelps did. Yeah.
He had his tits off.
He had a giant set of knockers at one point. He had like double D's or something. Yeah, it was so weird. He's a really fit guy, but he had these giant bosoms with huge cans.
The great knockers of Ann Arbor. You know, that was his nickname in high school.
Yeah.
Or college. That's where he went to college.
Yeah, Swinging Sammy. Yeah, that's what they used to. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, sometimes the gymnasts will get tied together like a rat king. So, like, all their little braids are stuck, and they're trying to backflip. They're all caught. Yeah, how does that happen with the rats? How do they not know that their tails are getting tangled together? Too stinky, covered in mud. Yeah, they're probably really stinky. Really? Look at that. Look at how good Grant has gotten at these Photoshops. Nailed it. Looks like Michael Phelps. About to dive into the pool.
I mean, I don't want to sound like too much of like a macho man or anything, but wouldn't gymnastics be better if the chicks had bigger tits?
I sure shit would watch it.
I don't want to be the. It's not a cross I'm willing to die on. It's not a hill I'm willing to die on. But
Cross here.
it's my cross to bear. These ideas, they come into my head.
Yeah.
I gotta put them out
It's
there.
not my cross to die on. That's a funny one. I don't want to seem too macho, but wouldn't it be a little better if in gymnastics they just played football? You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah. Why don't they just have their bosoms out and just run around the
You've seen
yeah.
big titty football? Big titty
titty
football rocks.
Yeah, what is that called? I have actually seen that. I watched it with my dad one time. Lingerie football league. Yeah. Michael Phelps was in that before he was a swimmer. He was a center in the lingerie football league. Yeah, could you imagine how good that guy was? He's so athletic.
Yeah, and I bet he
Dominated.
with those big jubes, he was probably really like
That's
the bell of the ball.
What did you call him?
Jubes?
Jubes. Jube on the beat.
That's what the dude called him in the first porno I ever watched. It just stuck with me.
Really?
Yeah.
He said, "Show me your jubes."
Yeah, he was like, "Well, those are some."
serious?
He goes, "Those are some real nice jubes."
And then they started having sex.
Yeah, and then they had sex in the back of a cigar shop.
Where were you watching it? At your home?
Yeah, I watched it at my house.
Was it a VHS?
No, the first porn I ever saw was on the internet.
Oh, it was.
The
My
DVDs
cousin
came in later.
My cousin and I bought a VHS from a African American man who worked at the school where we were doing construction work in the 7th grade. I felt like we were buying drugs. We literally waited outside on the corner for like 4 hours the first day, and he didn't show up. And we went to him the next day at work, and we were like, "What's going on?" And he gave us this video, and it was just black dudes having sex with white ladies. But we watched that down at my parents' house, and we had to be careful because to try to listen for my mom to come down the stairs, but she never came down. So we just watched the porn together.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's a bonding moment.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of porn with a lot of dudes.
It's just something. Yeah, I was like trying to explain that to my girlfriend maybe like a month ago, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing like it was like exciting. It was like exciting. Like you would like get a couple dudes together, and then yeah, you just like, oh, you're like, yeah, she's fucking naked as hell.
Put a pillow wall up. Put a little pillow wall up. There's nothing going on over here.
I remember jacking off one time. We were going up to Land Between the Lakes or something to go to antique malls with my mom and grandmother, and I remember I was in the. Oh no, I don't think it was the same bed, but it's the same little hotel room, and I jacked off, and my grandmother was asleep. There's like some porn on the TV. I remember.
Dude,
Rest in peace, B.
I've done so much jerking off at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
My parents would just send me there for like a month at a time, and it's like there's nothing to do but jerk off and watch old television.
Yeah, and those go hand in hand.
You know? I found this old lotion under her sink. It had to have been like 30 years old. Like the brand didn't even exist anymore, and it had all broken down, so it was real like it was real slick.
Yeah.
And I was having fun with that for a while.
The oils had begun to separate from the other chemicals. It's basically just pure like canola oil.
Yeah, it's just a greased up wiener.
Cool. Yeah. Peen learned. Yeah, I remember watching it. It was like Channel 60. It's some channel, and it was the scrambled stuff. And every now and again, you could decipher the porn through all the scrambled television.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that at all?
I don't think
Yeah, there was some channel you could go on, the porn channels, and you could see stuff every now and again through all the fuzziness.
My parents
It's
never had
stupid as shit. I would watch that for hours.
porn channels, but they did have like Cinemax in the era of like if they go to sleep before you do, you got a chance to see some titties on the television.
Skinamax.
Yeah, Cinemax just became a porn channel like at nighttime. It was kind of
remember
bad
that.
porn though.
Yeah, it's all the softcore. It's a lot of safari stuff. It was like, yeah, Forbidden Safari.
Get out of Africa.
Get out of Africa with this porn stuff. I have nothing against Africa, but yeah. Surfing Safari. They were like at an African beach.
Surfing USA.
Surfing USA, yeah.
In Cameroon. Yeah, it was just a lot of like safari stuff.
Yeah, it was like the first signs of gentrification. You know,
We should have.
we're gonna go shoot this American porn in Africa.
Yeah, we're gonna get them loving the Beach Boys. They're going to start loving the Beach Boys
Yeah.
over here.
Will Manifest Destiny ever end? It's just
Good question. I don't know if Manifest Destiny is ever going to end. When did it even start again?
1998.
Yeah, 98, I think.
Yeah. I think Tupac started that.
Really?
Wasn't it Tupac that started Manifest Destiny?
It was Tupac. Was it?
Well,
That's
it
what the
didn't
whole
go to
East
the grave
Coast-
with him. Didn't
No,
go to the grave with him because it spread.
It lives.
Yeah, it lives very strong.
I think it was him and Harold Ramis from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How were they friends, by the way? What a weird twosome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe he liked rap a lot. I don't know.
Opposites attract, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
And if I could think of two people who are completely opposite, Harold Ramis, Tupac.
Yeah, I mean, they had different political views. They had different socioeconomic background.
Iron sharpens iron, you know.
That's what they said. What was the thing you said earlier? I'm going to die on that cross, or what did you say? That could be
That's not
good
my
merch.
cross. That's not my cross to die on.
Yeah, that's not my cross to die on. That could be some good merch. So you were saying, hold on, that some butt plugs, you just find stuff around the house sometimes, and then you think, this could be some merch.
Yeah.
Or this could be, that seems smart. That seems very thrifty.
Old remote controls.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you label it butt plugs, people will buy it and shove it up their ass.
Like a Roku. That might be a little too big.
Yeah,
Roku's one of the smallest ones.
Roku's a nice one. It's got a nice oblong shape to it.
I know. I was thinking a remote control. That could be a big. I remember big remote controls.
They're getting sleeker though.
You know,
I know.
there's something for everybody, from the size queen all the way down to a guy who just likes to stimulate his prostate.
What is a size queen? That's somebody who's wanting something big in the bottom.
The bigger the better is a size queen, pretty much. If they just want to get stretched out, they want to get gaped.
Gaped. I've heard that. I think
Gaped.
Oh yeah.
gaped.
Damn, that's a total.
That
That's a
would not
textbook.
work well.
Textbook size queen.
Yeah. It's a textbook Texas Instruments fucking remote control. Look at that size queen. She
Gets
looks
thicker
like
glasses.
Look at that nasty lady.
Yeah.
She looks a
You
kind
can
of
tell she voted for Clinton both times.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were about to say. You kind of stopped at the first CL. I was like, yeah. She probably did.
Well, I every time I say the name Clinton, I kind of gag a little bit.
I know. I could tell there was an actual physical.
Well, he was my president, you know. I remember those days. All the restaurants had the same to-go cups. Why do they all have to have their own to-go cup?
What do you mean?
That was policy?
That was just the Clinton administration, man. Things were good.
Manifest Destiny.
Yeah.
Wait, all the cups used to be the same? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like you go to Taco Bell, you go to McDonald's, they all had the same cups. They were just
The ones with
generic.
that 90s design.
Yeah. We should go back to that. Why does every place
what
needs its
happened?
own cup with its own writing on it? I mean, this is terrible.
That's Marxist.
Yeah, I mean,
That's dangerous.
Oh,
Wait,
you
so
think
it's
you
just-
think it's I sound like a communist for wanting us to not waste time making
yeah,
different kinds of
unified
cups?
Wait, so what would the cups look like?
I think we could go back to that old design. I like it.
I like it.
It's like a little splattery kind of spray painty.
Yeah, 90s design.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll go, I don't know if people do that. I think 7-Eleven, I think they really like the big gold.
Yeah, they
all
want
the
to.
big gold stuff.
They want everybody to see that you're drinking a Big Gulp, and it's like, why must you market yourself through my bucket of soda?
Yeah. Have you ever had Yoo-Hoo?
Oh, I love you, especially with vodka.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They call that a white trash.
Russian. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Just Yoo-Hoo and vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it the old Pittsburgh coffee. Yeah.
Wake up, Sally. It's time to go to the mines.
If you lived in that time period where you lived by like a coal mine, would you go down there or would you be too scared?
See, this is something I've been thinking a lot about. I really have been. And it's like, so they tell you, like, okay, best case scenario, you die in 20 years as your lungs fill with soot. So you literally suffocate to death. Worst case scenario, something's going to fall on you today and you're done.
Yeah.
Or you get trapped. That would be a worst case scenario. You get trapped in a little air pocket for a while.
Oh yeah, and then you starve to death. That's
Yeah.
that's probably
and your little
middle ground.
candle on your helmet ends up going out. Then it gets dark.
That's middle ground, right? That's like somewhere in between just getting crushed to death and you slowly suffocating from black lung. So I remember I was like, man, my ancestors, because a lot of them worked in coal mines, were from Appalachia, must have been fucking idiots. Like, this is, you're like, go do anything else. That sounds terrible.
They got mouths to feed. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had little babies and stuff. How are you gonna? And then there's only a coal mine around there.
Yeah, well, you gotta keep walking.
I swear, there's a famous coal miner.
Get on the.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, now that's.
How does he keep his shirt so white? It seems like he'd get dusty down there.
You'd think it would tarnish.
He ended up with the black lung, if you remember correctly. He did. It's funny when they're spraying each other with the hoses with the gasoline. And then when I'm in slow motion, lights the fucking. Man, last night we were making like some I was trying to make some macaroni, and then I just started smelling this gas smell, and I'm like, what is going on? As I was about to light a bowl, and then I realized that the flame wasn't on the stove. It was just the gas had been
just filling up the room as you're like going.
Yeah, it's good I didn't do that. And blow the place up. God, that's what happened to Aaron Carter.
You make it out of the mines though. You gotta like move to a drier climate so that soot doesn't become mud. You know.
You gotta keep it moist.
Yeah. No, dry. You want to keep it
Then
dry. If it's moist.
What do you do with the dry stuff in there? Hold on, what is that? Look at it.
Did he just get the vibe?
Yeah, it's a snow dance.
You tell me. It's a damn snow dance.
It's freezing cold here, by the way. It was very treacherous walking out of my apartment this morning. I almost fell a couple times, and then I had to sit in the car to get the ice off of the windshield for a while.
Well, where's your landlord with a bag of salt?
I don't know. He hired like a fucking younger cousin or something. There's some young guy who's been walking all around, and I watch him from the windows.
What's he up to?
I don't know. He's always poking his head in places he shouldn't be, it seems like. I watch him.
Are you trying? Yeah, you're trying to figure him out, what he's all about.
Trying to suss him out. Yeah, and he sees me sometimes, and I have to do the blind close real fast, like on Home Alone. I remember that was a scary part of that movie, where the guy almost catches him.
Yeah.
Or he does catch him, I think.
Is it the scary old man?
Yeah, who has the kid's bones in the thing, in the mixture.
Then you shut your bathrobe and you walk away with it.
Yeah. Your cup of joe.
It's 5 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just you and your cat slowly judging.
Yeah.
I
wish I had a cat.
Yeah, you don't have a cat? You have a dog? No?
You have an animal?
No. I want one, though.
Couple of bachelors.
Thinking about getting a chihuahua that fits in my pocket.
Little pocket
carry it
chihuahua.
around.
That'd be sweet. What would you name it?
Delilah.
So it'd be a girl?
Yeah, for sure. Love little girl dogs.
No, you were going to say Dilaudid. Actually, I swear to God,
Yeah.
What is that? What does that make you feel like? That's a painkiller. Make a sleepy but happy.
Happy, hungry, sleepy.
Happy, hungry, sleepy Papa John's. I remember drinking. Yeah, it's weird they changed that recently. I think it was after John got in trouble. Yeah, they went a totally different direction.
Yeah, it used to be one nation under...
under John.
Under John.
And then Shaq had to get involved. Why is Shaq on other commercials now? Shaq's on every commercial. Icy Hot, Papa John's.
Well, if
Little Caesars,
you know, you get in trouble.
Little Caesars, those art things that always has like draw these pictures and always has the turtle head and like something else. It's like, you're an artist, dude. Call this number. Send us your stuff. Shaq's doing those now.
Draw a parrot and mail it to us. We'll let you know if you're
yeah, it's like, how does that
A1
even
artist
work?
material.
Didn't they get you to paint other stuff or something? I wonder how that works. I don't know.
What is this?
What is it supposed to do?
What is
Oh,
this
do you
scam?
not? Yeah, it might be a little before your time, Casey. Yeah, they used to have all these commercials where it's like, do you think you're a good artist?
Yeah,
and I swear there was always a turtle head and like a cowboy. You had to do these different pictures.
Yeah, an Indian
turtle
chief
pirate
profile. The profile of the Indian chief. You had to do that one.
Yeah. Yeah,
This was just a scam by the post office.
Here it is.
Yeah,
There's the turtle
the
head.
turtle head.
There it is. Yeah, that would let you know if you're a good artist or not.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a scam or something.
Can y'all draw at all? Can y'all do anything like that?
I can't draw for piss.
I used to be able to draw a little bit. Not anymore. I'm way out of practice. It's like anything else. You got to keep up with it.
Do you write in cursive?
Just my name.
Your signature?
Yeah, my signature. But I write my full name out in my signature.
What's
which
your middle
makes
name?
me sound really dumb. Like, nobody does that.
What's your middle name?
Oh, I have two.
What's your full name?
Keith Special Treatment. Right. No, I'm just kidding. Ira Robert. Or my middle name.
Special treatment. Special treatment's my middle name,
You
baby.
know it. My parents were right that given me two middle names. They just picked the wrong ones.
Wait, what were they again?
Special and Treatment. No, I'm just kidding. Ira and Robert.
Cool.
My dad's homies from college, so I'm named after them.
Oh, Ira and Robert were two different people?
Yeah.
Do they still come visit you?
No, Ira's dead. He died a slow Marxist death. He was a Marxist, Marx scholar. Yeah.
Really?
Interesting guy.
A Marx scholar.
And then my dad's best friend lives about 9 miles from Bob Young. And so they see I still see Bob all the time.
Bobby.
Saw him a couple times last year.
Cool.
Bobby.
Wait, so how did the one guy die?
Oh, he just was old as fuck. And his toes fell off. And
Is that from eating too much sugar because it was cold, or?
I don't know. What,
And then he
what made
frostbite?
Yeah, did he go
frostbite?
outside when it was cold?
It's so... I don't know. I don't know if that contributed to his death or not. That was like 8 years before he died.
Right in hell.
His toes fell off, and then I remember he
Did you watch him?
I knocked them off one by one.
A little xylophone.
I don't know why that came to my mind about him, but yeah, no, he just died in a nursing home. He was old.
What, did he take off his socks one time and his toes weren't there? Or did you ask? Or
Oh.
I think they went bad and they chopped him off.
Sir, I don't know how to tell you this. Your toes have gone bad.
Yeah, we have to cut them off.
Scarily enough, I think that conversation probably happens all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta
These
cut
toes-
your toes off.
You got shit toe. These toes are shit, man. We're gonna chop them off your feet.
Ooh, maybe that could be a good design for a butt plug, a toe-shaped one.
Ooh.
Because that first.
Have you ever
one could
put
be
your
little
toe in a
bigger.
girl's butt? I would assume a woman.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you've ever played in the...
I don't think so. I'd potentially be open to it. Oh yeah, that'd be sweet having the
Hell yeah.
little face on there.
Look at those little piggies. They need to be taken to market, don't they?
I don't know. That's definitely, that's definitely a man's foot. For sure.
You think that's a man's foot?
Oh, gotta be. It's from the Getty. You know,
Yeah,
they don't
how do
take
those
pictures of women's
people?
feet.
Why do they put their thing on every picture? What the fuck is going on?
How
with
do you
that?
get your picture approved as a Getty image?
And
Is the better question.
you got to talk to Bill.
Because I'm gonna judge your question and tell you mine's.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the Getty Museum. When did you and I first meet? We met at the fucking the open mic. Where was it? The one where you had to walk up the stairs?
Up the stairs. Where was this?
What the
Oh,
heck's-
you mean down the stairs?
No. Oh, up the stairs. What the hell was that place called? Next Stage.
Oh yeah, next stage.
That was always fun. Casey, there was a wonderful open mic, and they had a liquor store underneath, and you could bring up liquor to the open mic.
Yeah, it was a
I'd
BYOB
just get
situation.
wasted, and I could walk there almost
Yeah.
every night. I
They
remember
had different
vomiting
ones.
on the stairs one time. I remember having trouble walking down those stairs sometimes. God.
You and stairs, man. Born enemies.
I know, I almost slipped earlier. But yeah, that was always a fun place.
Did you ever see the security guard, the little tiny man that worked security there?
Yeah, I think I remember. Was he an African guy?
No, I think he was Latino, but
No, I don't really remember.
maybe Latinx. But
Latinx?
definitely born man. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was a kung fu master, and he kicked this like 6'3" dude's ass. This guy was like
That'd
all
have
of
been fun to
4'8".
watch.
He was a tiny man, but he was like he could do kung fu, and he just kicked this guy's ass one night.
That's fun.
Is kung fu an actual form of martial arts, or is that just like a stereotype?
I think it's a real martial art.
I think it got popularized after that television show with David Carradine.
Yeah, Kung Fu Bandit.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, Walker Kung Fu Ranger.
Yeah. I met actually one of the Power Rangers one time outside of that open mic.
Which one?
What color was the black guy? It was the black guy.
I think he was
black.
Was he a black ranger too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met the Black Ranger one night.
Well, on the nose there, Power Rangers. Let me guess, the Asian one's yellow.
Yes, and she sadly died in a car crash.
Yeah, she passed away.
Yeah, she's no longer with
We had
us.
lost the Yellow Ranger.
She was gorgeous, and she was a true talent.
I know, she really was. It was like Aaliyah.
Yeah, that was a bad car crash.
It was a plane crash.
Oh, was it a plane crash?
One of the worst car crashes you could ever get in is a plane.
Yeah,
that's
plane
the worst.
hitting your car.
The worst plane crash, or the worst car crashes are plane crashes,
Yeah.
Well,
Cars.
'cause planes are
Worst
just the
car
original
crashes are
flying
plane
car.
crashes.
right? They're just flying cars.
Pretty much.
They're
That's
just
what
a
I've
car
always
with
said.
some wings.
That's what I've always said.
Tracks for me.
Yeah. Tracks up.
Let me ask you something. Tracks up, tracks down.
Sound
Track town down.
Track down down.
absolutely destroyed. Gonna go eat some salmon. Eat healthy, y'all.